I want to share a chilling experience that still haunts me to this day. Though I was young at the time, the memory remains vivid, a stark reminder of how close I came to danger. A close call in my teenage years. Growing up, my mother had a history of dating questionable men, so I didn't live with her much. Instead, my grandmother raised me for a significant part of my life, teaching me values and how to be a proper lady. When I was around 15, I moved in with my father, stepmother, and half-siblings, where I finally had a stable and happy life. But let's rewind to when I was 14, still living with my mother and her sleazy boyfriend, Dale. We were on the second floor of a duplex, and Dale had a friend who occasionally visited, a man who eerily resembled the white guy from Jerky Boys, even down to the hair. He always gave me an unsettling feeling because I'd often catch him staring at me. At the time, my aunt, a fun-loving woman in her 20s, lived just down the street. She had a 1969 Firebird convertible and would blast rock music as she drove around. I frequently visited her, and that's where I met her brother-in-law Jeff, whom I called Uncle Jeff. He was renting out her basement. Though I found him a bit odd, I never considered him a threat. The night, everything changed. One night, around 11:30 p.m., I was home alone when I heard a knock at the door. Our door had a small, scratched-out peephole in a painted-over glass panel, so I peeked through and saw Jeff standing outside. I opened the door. "Oh, hey Jeff, what's up?" "Hey, is your mom or Dale home?" he asked. "No, Mom's at work, and I don't know where Dale is." He then asked me to come downstairs because he wanted to talk to me. This didn't raise any red flags at first. I considered him family, and I was timid, the kind of person who struggled to say no to adults. So, I followed him downstairs to the front porch, where I noticed his car was parked with the headlights still on. Sitting in the passenger seat with the window rolled down was the creepy Jerky Boys lookalike. I stopped. What's he doing here?" Hey, relax. We just want to talk. We wanted to ask you something," Jeff replied, gently guiding me toward the car. That's when my instincts kicked in. My stomach did a flip, and my body felt electrified with adrenaline. Something was very wrong. I subtly resisted, trying not to show fear. Jeff kept speaking in a soothing tone while adjusting my spaghetti strap, an unsettling gesture that sent shivers down my spine. "It's okay, just come closer. There's no reason to be afraid." I pulled back slightly and said, "Whatever you need to ask me, you can ask me right here." Jeff continued coaxing me, insisting that if I was scared, I could stand in front of the headlights instead. The moment he said that, a wave of dread hit me. I realized that standing there would blind me, making it easy for one of them to grab me. I knew I was in danger. A desperate escape. Terrified but trying to hide it, I played dumb and giggled nervously. "Oh, I'm not wearing shoes, and I don't want to step in dog poop," I joked, stalling. That's when I saw Jerky Boy start to get out of the car. I bolted. I sprinted back upstairs, slammed the door, and locked it behind me. My whole body was shaking. Within a minute, there was knocking again, this time from Jerky Boy. Through the peephole, I saw him peering inside. "Hey, I need to talk to Dale," he said. "He's not here," I replied firmly. The knocking stopped, but I didn't hear him leave. 30 seconds later, Jeff was at the door. "Hey, sweetheart, we just wanted to talk to you. I feel awful if we scared you," he cooed, trying the doorknob. It was locked. I repeated, "Dale isn't here." Every instinct screamed at me that they weren't leaving. Panicking, I decided to sneak out through the back door, but before I could open it, I glanced out the window. Thank God I did. There, standing in the shadows at the bottom of the stairs, was Jerky Boy. I was trapped. The longest night of my life. Jeff continued sweet-talking me at the front door, while his friend waited to ambush me from the back. I knew calling the police was the logical move, but I was naive, still grappling with the fact that Jeff was supposed to be family. Summoning every ounce of composure, I returned to the front door and did my best to sound calm. "Oh, I'm so sorry I got scared. I don't know what came over me." I faked a laugh, pretending to believe his excuses. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, they left. As soon as the coast was clear, I ran to a friend's house. I didn't tell them what happened, just that I was scared and needed to stay until my mom got home. I eventually told my mother, but nothing ever came of it. Thankfully, 3 months later, I moved in with my dad, 45 miles away. I never saw Jeff or his creepy friend again. Final thoughts. To this day, I don't know exactly what they had planned for me, but I know it wasn't anything good. I was lucky. If I had stepped into those headlights, hesitated for even a second longer, or failed to notice Jerky Boy lurking out back, I might not be here to tell this story. Let this be a reminder. Always trust your instincts. If something feels wrong, it probably is.